2 or 3 days from your perspective?
Business as usual, out recruiting. But obviously with everything being talked about, I felt like it was important that I made a statement in terms of me withdrawing myself in consideration from St. John's. There was no formal offer made, and with everything being said, it was an important time for recruiting for Georgia Tech. I thought it was important to make a statement.
Was there ever a point where the administration here said, we need to know something? Did they ever try to say, let's get something defined here?
No, because again, there was no offer made. It was just one conversation. I guess I was naive to think it would be just an initial conversation and it would be kept private. But obviously, in today's age, nothing's private.
Coach, with the fans and players hearing just this morning that you were considering St. John's, what assurance can you give them that you are here for the long haul and that you are still the man to lead this program to a Final Four?
Well, first of all, there was no considering. I mean, again, there was no offer made, so I don't control the reports that are out there. And again, the last 2 days I've been out recruiting, trying to finish off this recruiting class. I think we have a very good team coming back next year, a young team. I think we've turned the corner after a rocky period. And we finish out recruiting strong. I think we'll be right back in the NCAA hunt again next year.
Coach, you said that your family was a primary consideration in terms of why you would want to stay here. What were the other factors involved in just in terms of knowing that this is the place that you want to be?
I think we've got a really good team. We've got some very good young players. And we really like the Atlanta area. So it's one of the things when I left Siena, we talked about the possibility of working here was a destination for some job. And when I had the opportunity to come here 10 years ago, we jumped at it, and it's still the same place for us.
But at the same time, home is still home, and the opportunity to be able to at least look at a situation during that conversation that you had. How much of a factor was it that, in your mind, where you said, you only get so many times to go back home to be able to coach in the Big East Conference and do it in a place where I grew up? Yeah, but again, my family is very, very important. And those are the people I got to make sure are happy with. If they're not happy, then my life is kind of miserable. So I come home on Tuesday night, my daughter cut me a look. I was like, ooh, I'm like, wow, this is serious. So I didn't think anything of it because just again, the initial conversation. But as things start to be put out there, I felt like that approach was.
Had you said anything to her directly before that,
no,
or she
no.
just picked up on everything like everybody else did?
Her gym teacher asked if she was, or somebody in school asked if she was moving to New York. I said to Dawn, I was like, what was that look? She just rolled eyes.
So when the word
because you've got an extended family here now too.
Well, my parents moved down.
Your parents are down here.
05, and, my brother's been here since 01.
Yeah.
We got contacts. So we've got a pretty good thing.
Yeah.
Coach, when the word got out, what was the reaction from some of the players?
I've been out all day recruiting. Yeah, I'm sure some were happy. The ones that didn't play probably were sad. No, it's they've been again. I've been out all day recruiting. I heard from a couple of them, but it's I'm sure for them being on spring break and not being here, they were just wondering what's going on.
The ones you heard from, what they asked, what they said?
Just positive. Hey, Coach, glad that you're staying. And Jason Morris, the recruit, his dad was pretty happy, so it's good.
Roughly how many conversations do you think were held over the last 3 or 4 days?
One. That's why I was surprised it got to be just one conversation. I'd never met the gentleman before, and we met, had one conversation, and that was it.
So just the AD, not the president?
That's correct.
Do you feel this was taken out of, is this going out of control, spiral?
It's not for me to answer.
Coach, when you had a job in New York, did it remind you how tough the media is up there?
No, they were fine. They were fine. They were fine.
Do you feel in your mind you have any work to do with this fan base or not?
We got to win some games. We got to win games more consistently. We got to the tournament this year, got to the second round, which I think is a pretty good year. Did you want to get to the Final Four? Absolutely, but somebody told me a long time ago, nothing a few wins can't cure.
Putting all this to rest will have a positive effect on recruiting.
I hope so, because my staff has done a great job, and they've got us in position with a couple of key guys that hopefully we can see it through. they have, that was another consideration, to make us come out and make the same statement, because as we're getting ready to get in the rental car, I tell one of my assistants called me, like, look, man, you gotta help me out here, you know, I'm on the phone, and he was asking me questions that, you know, I'm trying to answer, so that was my statement.
How about with some of the players that are considering maybe perhaps leaving, this decision been made one way or the other?
No, I think those guys are just off enjoying spring break, you know, I'm talking about,
If both Gotti and Derek leave, you still feel like programs are pretty big losses, obviously, if they don't go, but you feel like y'all, with the recruiting class that is coming in?
Yeah.
Our
What you did this year?
perimeter gets older, more mature, probably a little physically strong, so we're in good shape.
Have you seen Danny's statement? That he released?
No, did not see it.
It's supportive of you, I guess, are you pleased to see that he's stepping that step?
He's done a great job. I mean, this facility here, I mean, he's the main guy behind all this, putting this practice food together. That's, you know, obviously words are important, but, you know, actions like this facility are even more important.
You still feel like the full support of the administration, that you've got that behind you?
Absolutely.
This hasn't damaged it at all, even just.
No, again, it was a conversation, and that was it.